Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, I am proud and pleased to present my all-time favorite Richard Mille watch. This is part of a model family launched in 2007, the RM016 Extra Flat. Grade 5 titanium with black DLC coating, the watch was designed in response to early Richard Mille customers in the first half of the 2000s who wanted a watch they could wear with a suit cuff. While the tonneau-shaped watches were undoubtedly ergonomic dreams and technical marvels, they were thick, and a suit cuff would get hung up. Not so with the RM016, as this watch, which is a later production RM016, features the characteristic 8.4mm case profile, making it roughly as thick as an Audemars Royal Oak Jumbo, a lugless watch with a handsome curvature that wraps around the wrist. It's 50mm from case flank to case flank as measured across the wrist, so effectively 50mm lug to lug, but with that curvature that allows it to sit easily and wrap around the wrist. It's a big and broad watch, but grade 5 titanium with a large factory strap, it is almost weightless. The timepiece is well made, and although I consider myself an RM skeptic, nevertheless I am a bit of a fanboy when the subject turns to the RM53s, 67s, and the 16. You can see that the strap itself, which is an RM factory piece, is vulcanized rubber and actually flares to match the width of the case, but it also flares to match the width of the profile, and it continues the evacuated pillar-like construction of the case flank into the strap body. Now on its underside you can see that it thins out considerable for flexibility, and there is a clever buckle system which you can see uses a little bit of an enlarged crown inside the pin to hold the strap resolutely in place. Now they use G&F Chatelin's magnificent titanium double deployant with an internal titanium leaf spring that blasts the clasp open when you want it and then holds it resolutely shut when you do not. RM styling everything to death echoes the profile of the case as well as the distinctive spline screws used on RM watches. Now the strap is wonderfully flexible, and as you can see, this is a new RM factory strap, so you'll be the first to gouge and score it. The case band, and you can see this is a DLC case, is immaculate as there are no scratches, scuffs, or evidence of wear. All of the original DLC is present and correct. The crown features a conical titanium cabochon and a shoulder in scratch-resistant ceramic. You can see those spline screws in the, I'm going to call it the bezel hood because the case top is effectively one and the same as the bezel. You can also see that the pillars in profile actually represent the construction of the watch. They are not simply styling elements. On the dial side, you have a carbon fiber flange outboard with applique indices that are loomed. The hands are loomed, and so that carbon fiber flange allows you to see the watch easily at night. You have silk-screened numerals on the underside, and then there is a date down, and I'm going to get us out of the date change danger zone, but there is a date down at 7 o'clock, taking the place of Arabic numeral 7. Now when you pull the crown out, and I'm going to do so with my reduced nails here, it does help to have a little bit of nails if you're in the watch business. You can put the watch in a quick-set mode that allows you to rapidly cycle the date. You can see there's a little white plate underneath the sapphire date disc that allows you to easily see the date. The watch does feature hacking seconds, though it does not feature a seconds hand. It is a sort of artifact of the underlying Vaucher-based caliber, and you can see that the Vaucher-based caliber has been dramatically modified. Grade 5 titanium bridges and plates, and it's been custom skeletonized with use of spline screws on the dial side. So it's a custom movement made by Vaucher manufacturer for Richard Mille, and Vaucher is the manufacturer arm of the Parmigiani companies. Now you can see on the case back, this is one of the later models. You know that because it's the RM016 with the free-sprung architecture. The watch features twin mainspring barrels with a 55-hour automatic winding power reserve. The rotor features white gold masses that can be moved in or out to change the polar moment of the rotor, and thus its propensity to wind vigorously or less so depending on your activity level. This has to be done on request at an RM boutique or service center. Now you can also see spline screws are used in assembly, bridges and plates in titanium, reducing the amount of sprung mass. And if you look at the corners, the four corners, you can see the donut-style links that attach the movement plate to the case, and those act as a further shock-absorbing mechanism. The balance beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It's adjusted in 5 positions like a chronometer, and it's free-sprung for shock resistance. You'll also note RM's use of clear sapphire pivot stones, so you don't see the somewhat out-of-step violet of conventional jewels or synthetic jewels used for the mechanical aspect of the watch. The jeweling here, 32 jewels, all clear sapphire. Now the watch does feature a custom free-sprung balance. I'll stop everything. I mentioned hacking seconds. You can see the variable inertia masses in white gold on the balance. I should also mention that the watch features a evacuated caseback sapphire. You can see that there is a circle cut into the sapphire on the underside to allow the rotor to slot into that opening, allowing the watch to be super thin in spite of a real-world durable movement. So the rotor sits inside a recess within the sapphire. The timepiece is accurate, shock-resistant. Though 30 meters water-resistant and not necessarily an aquatic timepiece, it is very much an active lifestyle accessory par excellence. And of course, automatic winding and fully loomed. It's a watch you effectively never have to take off of your wrist. Tank tough, feather light, ultra thin, and very cool. I could almost be an RM believer if they were all this awesome. See it and find out for yourself on the Watchbox. Richard Mille RM016 Extra Flat.